VAT, also known as a value-added tax, is basically a tax plan where whenever you add materials onto an object being manufactured, those added materials are being taxed. Now, this plan is used in 160 out of 193 countries in the modern day world, and America is not using it. This discussion about using the VAT has been seeping into the American political discussion, not only because big tech companies like Amazon paid $0 in federal income taxes in 2018, but also because the surge of automation in America needs some sort of protection, and the VAT tax does exactly that. Former presidential candidate Andrew Yang supports the VAT tax for one main reason, and this reason is the one that I brought up before. Billion-trillion-dollar tech companies are paying very little in federal income tax because they're moving all of their revenue that they make from Americans to overseas bank accounts where they have to pay very little in tax. Now, the reason that the VAT tax would help them in general is because as they manufacture products, they have to pay a larger amount of taxes on those products. And Amazon and Google are some of the biggest companies in the world. And as these tech companies have to pay more in taxes, a lot of it goes back into the American economy. So the people that they're taking money from get some of that back in the form of help from their government. On the Republican side of this debate, the VAT should not be implemented. This is for one main reason, and the reason is that the average buyer would not know how much the VAT on an item really is. Because let's just say an item is manufactured for $100 and the VAT on it is 10%. So it would be sold for $110. Now, if you're at the supermarket, the label for the let's just say it's a TV, the label for the TV wouldn't be $100, it would be $110. And sales tax is added onto that. So what you think is you're just paying sales tax, you don't know that you're paying a VAT. Now, this might not be that important to a lot of people. However, if the average American doesn't know how much they're paying in VAT to the government, then it could be an issue down the road as people won't be able to recognize the benefits that they're getting from the government, and the government might not make those benefits so obvious to the people. The overall gist of the VAT is to protect American wealth. Basically what that means is that if a big company is in America, they don't take their money into an overseas bank account and end up hurting the American people in doing so by not paying as much in taxes. Now, though this might not seem like a very, very big tax, if you're a manufacturing company and you're manufacturing like a crazy amount of things with a crazy amount of materials, you're gonna have to pay a very, very high VAT on that object that you're making. So this not only counteracts the reign of automation that's going to come at the turn of the century or even at the turn of the decade, it's also going to combat the use of excessive materials in making objects for the average consumer.